Hey guys, today we have our long-awaited video in the section about cars for $2,500. We've already covered Japanese models, and we more or less know that we can definitely find a Japanese car for this little money. Today we're going to review European cars, German brands in particular. But we'll change the format a bit and review different brands in different videos. Our episode today is about a working Audi for $2,500. Let's see.
It's terrible and all dead.
There's a fish inside. Trash. There's no brakes here. The engine's dead, like totally dead. It's kind of a spare part, huh? Hi there, I'm calling about the Audi A6. Already sold? Can you send me a certificate picture, please? Whose car was that? Granddad's? You mean your granddad? This is the car in the picture, right? Are you the owner? Are you registered in the VRC? So you're reselling cars, right? I don't really like this. Is this the copy of the VRC? Tell me, the automatic doesn't get stuck, does it? Works fine? Well, it will drive for some time. This is a 45 body, just the same. It's been there for a long time. The rear brake discs are crap. Everything's quite depressing. Damn, it's a disaster. Oh my god, the cabin's so bad. Look at this add-on design. They just taped the mirror with Scotch tape. This car is really depressing. Hello?
Resellers.
Nope. Nope. Let's open the hood. It looks really, battered, huh? The step's all in rust.
You need to get a new one. Go and get a new one. What's the need to approach the car?
Let's see.
No, what's the need?
Let's just see.
It's crappy and all tired.
Wait, I'm only judging by the car body.
Do you think I'm tired? How many pull-ups can you do?
Oh, man.
How much? Come on, how much?
I don't know. I've never tried.
I know that I can do more than you.
All right, good, no problem. I'm sure you're right.
Go on.
Please give me the keys. I'll start it.
Sure, start it up. Wait a bit.
Yeah, sure. This one is a 2.8 with a fuel flow meter.
Yes, good job. You know about cars.
Well, but I can't do more pull-ups than you. Do you hear how it works? Now it works fine.
I'm a master of sports, so I know what it is.
What are you a master of?
Boxing.
Boxing?
Yes.
Decent. The oil pressure sensor's in some shit, but that's strange, it's all dry. Yeah, the front part was dismantled before. Yeah, the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look. In the trunk. That's the spare wheel. The ice even got frozen in the shape of the protector. Spare wheel? Sure, and spare ice, lots of it. There's fish inside. You can fish in there. No need for a mixture indicator. You can see the car burns oil. Does it?
I don't know.
I know, but the car burns a lot. Like, a lot. It smells like it.
Honestly, I don't even know how much gas this car needs. When it's out of gas, I just get more. I don't look.
92 octane?
Yes, 92.
Let's test drive it.
Sure.
There are no buttons. The window roller doesn't work.
What?
I said there are no buttons. The window roller doesn't work. The car's seen a lot.
Why do you need to ride it?
Well,
Who are you? What's your name?
my name's Ildar.
Ildar?
Yep.
Where are you from?
I'm Tatar.
Tatar? Are you from Ufa then?
Nope, I'm from Tatarstan.
Ufa is in Bashkiria.
I have a relative in Ufa. He owns an airfield. He's a CEO. Little by little at an easy pace.
I'm careful. Okay. The point is,
I have Tatar friends. We did boxing in the past together.
this car doesn't have brakes. Like, at all. At all. Look at the pedal. Woohoo! It sinks into the floor.
Start driving.
I don't want to.
Then don't do that.
Goodbye. At least you can learn how to box with this, coach. This car's dead, totally. It's trash. Trash-tastic. When I was searching through the ads, I was trying to eliminate such options, but this car only had 2 pictures. And the primary data was decent. The guy owns the car for 12 years. I thought he was taking care of it for 12 years. Man, was I wrong. He turned the car into complete trash. It looks rather depressing. At first glance, it was okay. If you look at the autocode data from 98 to 2015, this car only had 1 owner.
Any car accidents data?
Accidents? I think the autocode only found 1. But I can tell you in this case, there's no way to have a clean record. Oh, no, I've already seen it in the pictures. That's what quality galvanizing looks like. I mean, she says she already bought it like this. See? If the car was already rusting, it'd be dead by now. Well, if it has G-tronic, we're turning around and going home.
It has what?
G-tronic. Woohoo! This is a spare part, yeah?
What is G-tronic?
G-tronic means mechanical injection. Here we have mono injection.
Mana injection?
Right.
I remember that. How is it again?
G-tronic. There's also G-tronic and KE. This here is mono injection, and that's great. Well, this is the best thing that could happen to this car today. So there's no AC here.
You have a unique chance to install one.
How long have you been driving this car?
For a year.
A year?
And it's still driving.
What do you mean it's still driving? You have no idea what condition is still driving. So I would actually say this car looks pretty good. Why did you, what is it called? Leave the oil filler cap open to add oil? Does it burn a lot of oil?
No?
No?
Honestly, it's not.
So why'd you leave it open then? To see what's inside?
Yeah. I wasn't adding oil.
It's not as bad as on the previous Audi. That one was a disaster. It's a bit depressing, but it's not that bad.
Have some compassion for the old. Buy it for 2,200.
It's very dirty and you can't see a bloody thing.
I can get it close, though that you can...
So that I can appreciate the cloth?
Yeah? You can do that too?
What a nice cloth you have. I can do that, all right. What happened?
I was parking.
Into a tree? Look, the hood is all rusty. Might be rusty, but it's not such a bad car. You need to care for it better. It's an oldie. The windshield's made in China. Interesting receipt collection. Oil gauge fixture, oil pressure sensor, idle run motor. Oh, that's why it looks brand new. Got it. Trunk wiring repairs, idle run sensor replacement, an Audi upper radiator from an 80, so a B3, clutch assembly, engine mount replacement, oil replacement in the gearbox mount replacement, engine left mount replacement, antifreeze, red concentrate. All of this happened after only 8,000 miles?
When the car seemed not well, I took it to the car service.
Well, they made a lot of money out of this car.
What were you expecting? I'm a woman after all.
Can you start it? I want to listen to it. Please. Come on. It's not that bad. Why did they replace the idle run sensor?
Maybe because it was old.
Because it was old? This car is old too. Maybe it's time to replace it.
I'm working on it.
When was the last time you started it?
Just recently, like a week ago.
Does it always go to 2,000 RPM? It's already warmed up.
It's getting lower.
I understand now. These super specialists replaced an idle air control valve.
They did poor job?
No, just unnecessary. The valve's not the problem. Oh, the VRC is ancient. Oh, you tried taking it for a trade-in, yeah? So at trade-in, they started to cry, right?
Well, they started an auction.
1,400?
You're an optimist.
700?
800.
800, got it.
Were there a lot of customers for the car? Any customers, honestly?
No,
How long is it on sale?
for a month.
A month.
But I have a strategy.
Every month $300 off?
150.
150.
Every week even.
Every week?
It was 2800 originally.
2,800.
Well, it's an experiment.
Oh, I got that. You're a very nice lady, but the car is not that good. But it's not bad, really. It costs maybe $1,400, $1,500.
That's good.
But you should try to sell it for $2,200. Maybe someone will buy it accidentally. I have ambivalent impressions about this car. This may sound strange, but actually, it's the best 80 that I've seen ever when working with these types of cars. I've worked with them for a long time, and this is honestly the best one. It's really, honestly, in great condition for an old 80. Yes, it does have a couple of faults, but that's because it's old. And the parts are mostly original. The paint coat is original. It's got some splits, but the paint is original. The car is from 1991. Well, it was in service to replace some parts. The girl invested in it. You can see it in the receipts. She spent a lot of money. She probably spent, I don't know, let's say around $650 on it. I honestly don't think that half of those repairs were necessary, as far as I could see. But the car service wasn't fair. Shit happens. It drives fine for a 2.0 engine car, and the mono injection. The main thing is the mono injection. The simplest kind of injection for this car. Yeah, I have positive impressions of this car, even if it sounds strange. At first, I didn't like it so much, but when I took a closer look, I really liked the car. I think it could be an option, but I don't really want to consider it. For this kind of money, you better get an Audi 45 body. This is a disaster. We're at the far end of the universe. There are no roads. I'd say there's no life. It's horrible. It's terrible. People sell Audis for $2,500 only in these kinds of places. They call this a highway. It's a street. It seems like it's a dirt road in the woods, and I think the road in the woods is better. So we've arrived here at the end of the universe. It seems like it's not far from the ring road, the Yaroslav highway, but this place is a mess. The world's ended here. It feels like we're in a village or something. There's the car, it's really dirty. It's gonna get cleaned with a cloth, like in the good old days, not the modern way. What is that? They glued some piece of tape so as not to damage the trunk. It's a magnet, an interesting contraption. We can start from the back. Oh, really interesting. The front wings are untouched. For a car this old, it's awesome. The shield is still there from the assembly line. Look, man, it's really good. The engine burns a lot of oil for sure. The casing ventilation is leaking. The booster pump is leaking. Power steering too. The inflow and outflow are leaking really badly too. But it's not critical. So there's something that I really like about the 45 body. This car has got an inline engine with the accessory gearbox and a front wheel drive. That's why all cars, like the Passat V5 and others, have a really long nose. If you look at a BMW or a Mercedes, they always have a short nose, but here it's long because you need to place an engine and the gearbox somewhere so they're in line with the wheels. Really cool. The ABS connection hoses are all rusty. Does the ABS even work? No? Well, we'll see at the test drive. The diagnostic terminal is located in here. It's 2x2 pins. Here it is. If we want to check it, there are 2x2 pins, power supply, and K-line. The mileage is 130,000, an old man's car. The steering wheel is plastic, all worn out, but that's okay. There are 2 airbags. The package is okay, but there's no AC. The shifter's worn out, but not that bad. The ceiling's all dirty. The sunroof is automatic. That's cool. The doors weren't removed at all. The parts are all original. The trunk lid was removed. The sealer on the wings is original here and here. The taillights are from the manufacturer. Look, it's not that bad. It's really strange. It looks like the back panel wasn't removed. It's just so damn dirty that you can't see anything. This car was definitely rear-ended. Look, the keys have a light here. See, the battery is still working, see? The engine misfires. It misfires badly. There's no indicator, nothing. The engine just works really bad. The clutch isn't good too, it's gonna break down soon. The gas pedal is broken, the lining itself, there's only a small thing left. Oh my god, there are no brakes again! The engine's dead, it's really dead. It's not driving at all. Look, I'm pushing it to the metal. Something's wrong, we need to check. There are no brakes at all. I'm pushing the brake pedal with full force, but it keeps going. Too bad. Oh, look, what a huge speed bump. They'd better use that asphalt to cover the holes instead. The lower left suspension arm is faulty, I'm positive. The engine doesn't even come to life. Sure, if the car had a problem with the plugs oiling up when loaded, then sometimes it would start to work. But here it's totally dead. It's misfiring the whole time we're driving. It's misfiring. It's not driving. I push the gas and it doesn't drive at all. It just makes noise. What's the reason to push it when the piston cylinder doesn't work? This car has seen some shit. Come on, give me some errors. Lambda! By the way, the rats chewed all the wires here, you can see that. Look at the wiring. There are no errors on the airbags. Lambda. One lambda is just drop dead. Drop dead meaning it's just pure fuel. The air-fuel ratio in the mixture is way too rich. On one of the heads, but I don't know which one because it doesn't show which is left and which is right, the second one works fine. Only one head is faulty. Two lambdas on the output, on the right and on the left. Okay, if I was buying this one for myself, I'd give $1,900 for it maximum, because I can see that you'll have to invest a lot in it. We haven't even looked at it on a lift yet. If we looked at it more thoroughly, we'd find a lot more faults. When we were driving it, it was rattling, and that's bad. Besides the 3 doors, this whole car was fully repainted. It's not bad for this car, but if your car, the Q7, was painted like that, you'd kill yourself, honestly. The worst part is the engine. The minimum that needs to be done is to replace the high voltage wires and plugs, and maybe it'll be fine after that. But if not, then you'll need to make more repairs or even replace the engine. It's not that bad if it didn't have the problems with the engine. All the lights worked properly, at least the airbags weren't triggered on this car, and the nose is in one piece. That's a plus. They only repainted it, but it wasn't hit in the front. All the power elements are intact, and that's really important. For this body, it's really important because it doesn't rust, and that's a fact. This car is really not bad. I'm trying to be reasonable so that you'll spend $25 on it to get a car worth $2,500. $1,700, $1,900, and you can turn it into a $2,500 car if you spend about $650 in repairs. It'll be a baby doll. This is not a car for us. I don't want to buy a car like this and receive a bunch of problems with it. The engine's a 2.6, 150 horses officially. The torque should be greater than 200 newtons. This car should pull, but this one barely moves. It's almost dead. So we've seen 3 Audis for $2,500, roughly. An Audi A6 in the C4 body, the Audi 100 in the 45 body, and the Audi B4. So I can't say that any of them was a really good option for us. But I can see that if you search well enough, you can find a good Audi. Sadly, we're limited in time, so we couldn't find one within 1 day of filming. We'll do the following. I'll continue the search, and when I see a nice option, we'll go out there and we'll film a separate episode about it. Sadly, we couldn't find a nice option so far. Every option has its own drawbacks. I'm not even talking about the Audi 100, it's a zombie at this point. The A6 in the C4 body was almost in the condition that I could recommend to buy it. The B4 is okay, but it's too expensive for its condition. Though the girl was open to negotiate, I think we could have bought it for $1,500. If we could have bought it for $1,500, that would have been fine. It's a proper price for a car in that condition. But again, it's an old Audi B4. I didn't even want to take a look at it, but still, we did. Sadly, we couldn't find any more interesting Audi A6s because the 45 body is really a cool car. I was hoping to find a working piece, but we couldn't.